Hello YouTube. So I'm making this video today for people that are thinking of getting pet rats, and what they should expect and basically what they need to do before they go ahead and get one. So here are mine. This is their setup. They've just got this was a guinea pig cage, so it's big enough for two of them. Here's one of them right there. His name is Thor, because he's blonde, and that one's name is Loki. We got Loki first, and then when we got this one, he was the only other one that they had. And yeah, see, he's cleaning me. Thinks I'm dirty and gross. He was blonde, so we just thought, we got one named Loki because he's mischievous. He likes to get into trouble a lot. Right now he's kind of pooped out, I guess. Yeah, so we got Loki and Thor, they're brothers. Not really. They're not from the same litter, but they have to live with each other. Anyway, so basically this is for the average person that's gonna get pet rats. And I say pet rats because you can't just get one. You have to get two, at least. You have to get at least two because when we got Loki here, we had him for about a week, and then he started to get sick. He got a respiratory infection, which they can get if they are alone. They like company, they need friends, so either you have to have a lot of time on your hands for just one of them, or you have to get two. So we got him, not knowing that, because the video we watched and the research we did before getting them never mentioned it. It said they needed human companionship a lot, but it didn't say that you needed to get at least two of them. So yeah, when you go to buy them, get at least two. They're like $10 each. So I mean, they're the cheapest of the rodents. If you're looking to get a rodent, fancy rats are the cheapest. So this cage, this is a pretty large-ish cage. We only have two. We don't plan on getting any more than that. It was like $60 because we got it on sale as well. So it opens up here and it opens up here on the top. We got them a ball, which they never use, so they basically use it as a bed now. That thing, which they don't ever really chew on. Their water bottle. There's their house, and this cage actually came with that food bowl, so we didn't have to buy that. We got them chew toys, which they also don't use. And then when we cleaned out their cage, we used to put them in the thing they came in, their PetSmart box that they came in. But we don't put them in this anymore when we're cleaning the cage because they don't like it, because it's dark in there and they're not used to it. They're used to cage-like structures, so we bought them this is a pet carrier for a Chihuahua. So it's a small, tiny little dog carrier, but it's big enough for both of them to fit in. And then we also got this little bitty water bottle, so while we're cleaning the cage we can put the water right there on the carrier, and then they have water. We can put their food bowl in there so they have food, so they're not starving and dying of thirst while we're cleaning the cage out, because it does take a little bit. Another thing I'd recommend doing is as far as their bedding goes, a lot of people use towels and things of that nature. I prefer the pine wood shavings because it smells better, and it does take away a lot of the poop and pee smell, so you don't have to worry about that as much. So we started off by we bought 2 of these, and 2 of these things with our cage will last about maybe a month for 2 of those things. What are these? These are 500 cubic inch bags. So we just went ahead and bought this big one, which is 2 cubic feet. So this one is much better. It's going to last us at least a month for this bag. This was $10. And if you buy these, or no, this was like $11, $13, I think. And if you buy those are like $5 each. So one of these is like 4 of those. So this is a way better deal. I would go with wood shavings if I were you. I mean, unless you want to wash towels a lot. A lot of people use towels. Contrary to popular belief, though, you do not have to get 10, 20 rats. I mean, unless you absolutely want to. You don't have to have one of those big extravagant cages that are like, 3 or 4 of these things stacked on top of each other. You don't have to have all the crazy toys and everything. And like a lot of people, they just go all out with their rats. I mean, that's fine if you want to buy them. If you have the money for it, go ahead and do it. But if not, then there's really no point in doing that. Now, as far as their food goes, we got them hamster and gerbil food. This has corn in it and sunflower seeds and like wheat meal type things in it. And as far as treats go, the best thing I've found were these yogurt chips. Now their food costs like $3, $2 or $3. The food is cheaper than the treats. So the food is like $2 for that box of them. And the treats are like $3 for that little bag of yogurt chips. But if you do it the way you're supposed to with treats, then they'll last you quite a while. Now, a lot of people also say, warming up your rats, getting your rats warmed up to you is, kind of difficult at first, which it kind of is, but kind of isn't. Because, I mean, look at him. He already cleans me. He cleans me. He really doesn't. He doesn't mind being pet, though. The other one, Thor doesn't like to be pet, but he will clean you if he thinks you're dirty. See? There he goes again. But, Loki doesn't want to clean you, but he likes to pet. He likes to be pet, he likes to play with you, and he'll climb all over your shoulders and all over your arms and everything. Now, as far as exercise goes, I would recommend taking them out of the cage every now and then, but letting them run all over your room and dedicating a whole room of your house to them is not necessary. But if you buy them the exercise ball right there, you buy them that, they're more than likely not going to use it. Mine, they use it as a bed. So we bought them this house, and then they use that as a house as well. So when they're mad at each other, which they do wrestle a lot, and Thor gets carried away, when they're mad at each other, they'll sleep in separate areas of the cage. Chew toys are not necessary. I mean, a lot of people say buy those so they don't chew on the cage, on the bars, but he chews on the bars all the time. We bought him that chew toy right there too, and they don't ever really chew on them. I mean, they still pretty much look brand new. Can't really see him in this lighting. So yeah, it's messy though. You get them the sunflower seeds, they throw them everywhere. Throw them everywhere. So vacuuming is something you might have to do. But their playtime, this is what I'm going to show you right now, actually. How we let them run in and out of the cage. We took a box like this. Took this box, we cut out a hole in it the size of their door so that we can it's hard to do this with one hand. We can put this up against their cage and then we can open it up and let them out. So put you down like that real quick. So I can go ahead and let them out. And this is their playtime. I mean, they don't have a lot of area to run around, but they still enjoy it. And if you do this idea, you're going to have to keep watch because you can't really see it, but they like to chew on things. Let's see if I can turn this light on. There you go. Oh, you should be able to see stuff better. They like to chew on the box down here. They like to chew on cardboard. So, if they start chewing a hole through it, you're going to have to... We have it cut to where this can just... We can just flip the box, and then it's basically the same height, so the door still opens up. But, there's the little guy right there. Like Thor. Hopefully. Say hello to YouTube. Yeah, there he is. Alright. Well, that was just a little video. I recommend, if you want to get rodents, to start with rats. I mean, yes, you do have to get 2, but they're pretty fun. They're not that big a deal to keep around. They don't make a lot of noise unless they don't like each other. I mean, they do wrestle and they do squeak, but it's not that bad. As far as price goes, all the stuff you're going to have to buy initially is going to be like $200, I would say, so be prepared for that. Because you're going to need to buy the cage, the water, you're going to buy food, a house or something for them to sleep in. You're going to have to get treats and bedding, not to mention the rats themselves. And if you don't have a box big enough for 2, then you'd have to buy one of those as well, so you can put them inside of that while you clean their cage. Unless you just want to let them run around your room while you're cleaning their cage, which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but, yeah, so, be prepared to spend at least $200 on them when you first get them. And then, we had to spend a little more because, like I said, Loki had a respiratory infection, so we had to take him to the vet and get him some antibiotics. And he's better now, he's happy and healthy. Hey Loki, wanna say hello? Hey buddy, come here. There's Thor. Thor doesn't like to be pet. But yeah, you have to at least get 2 of them. And they are the cheapest of the rodents. They're like $10, and I think a hamster's the second cheapest, and they're like 20 something. So rats are the cheapest. So yeah, that's all there is to this video. Hope it was helpful. Later.